Meghan Markle is accused of lying by truth analyst Mike Sylvester, who analysed her recent statements on a podcast, Archetypes. Sylvester spoke with National Enquirer to pinpoint key moments when Markle's voice sounded too stressed. He said that it was during these moments that Meghan uttered the lies. For instance, Markle told Mariah Carey that the only time she experienced what it was like to be treated like a black woman was after she dated Prince Harry. All her life she was treated like a white woman, even though she's biracial. If there's any time in my life that it's been focused on my race, it's only once I started dating my husband. Then I started to understand what it was like to be treated as a black woman. That's when things really shifted, she said. Sylvester fed Markle's statement into his deep tech machine and noticed that she sounded stressed, which could indicate that she was lying. Meghan is clearly lying that it has been all about race. The stress is off the charts. You couldn't have gotten much more stress when one says, "on my race." That's clearly deception, he said. Markle also talked about the term diva and said that it's not something that she connects to. However, several royal fans and royal experts have called her such due to her outrageous demands. According to Sylvester, Markle's voice had heightened levels of stress, which could once again mean that she was lying. While it's possible for Markle to have felt levels of stress during those conversations, it may not be because she was lying, but because she thought it was really stressful to her. Sadly, Meghan's 3 podcast episodes dropped to numbers 71, 105 and 110 in the UK charts. Episodes are scheduled for release each Tuesday, but Spotify has announced via the podcast's homepage that this has been paused after the death of Meghan's grandmother-in-law, Queen Elizabeth II. But when will Archetypes return? The upcoming 4th episode of Archetypes is due to centre around a discussion of the Dragon Lady stereotype and will feature comedian Margaret Cho. In an official notice from Spotify, it's been announced that further Archetypes podcast episodes will not be released until mourning in Britain for the late Queen has ended. New episodes of Archetypes will be paused during the official mourning period for Her Majesty the Queen, it read. In Britain, there are 2 mourning periods, neither termed as official. A period of national mourning has been announced that will last from the Queen's death to the day of her state funeral, which has been declared a national holiday, Monday, September the 19th. National mourning is officially regulated by the UK government, which provides advisories on the flying of flags at half-mast, the organisation of books of condolences, the paying of tributes, and the closure of public buildings, cancellation of public events. A second type of mourning period is known as royal mourning. This is usually observed by members of the royal family in their households and often extends beyond periods of national mourning. Following the death of the Queen, King Charles III released a statement from Buckingham Palace reading, "Following the death of Her Majesty the Queen, it is His Majesty the King's wish that a period of royal mourning be observed from now until 7 days after the Queen's funeral. Royal mourning will be observed by members of the royal family, royal household staff and representatives of the royal household on official duties, together with troops committed to the ceremonial duties. Royal mourning will therefore end on Monday, September the 26th, with Archetypes being released on a Tuesday each week. It's therefore possible that if Spotify's interpretation of official mourning be national mourning, the 4th episode can be expected on Tuesday, September the 20th.